Hey, you guys. Hey, you guys. How's everybody doing this Friday evening? I am so super excited as always. I am here in front of y'all, the audience, with another It's in a Book show. I'm so super excited. We have a lot of wonderful things coming up. A lot of opportunities are opening itself up to myself. I'm so super excited. I love my shirt. I don't know if you can see it. This is my Juneteenth shirt. I made me a Juneteenth dress. So I'm gonna stand up so y'all can see it. Y'all like it? You like it? You like it? I love it. All right, welcome to It's in a Book. What is this in a book? It's in a book is a show that is every single Friday at 7 o'clock um, Central Time PM, and we are here to talk about books. We are here to support authors. We're here to talk about businesses. We're here to do shout outs. We have commercial opportunities, different advertisement opportunities, and we're going to be telling you about some of the things that we got going on. We have a very special event coming up. A very special event coming up on the 29th of July. Stay tuned. We're going to be talking about it. Let me first real quickly introduce myself. My name is Tammy M. Martin, Tammy L. Lilly, and I am your host of the It's in the Book show. And I'm also the owner and the founder of KRC Companies, which consists of KRC Tax and Business Services, where we take care of your tax preparation needs and some of your business needs and your insurance needs. So if you're looking for some life insurance, make sure you get with me, but we're going to talk about that a little bit later on. But most importantly, we're here to talk about KRC Bookstore. KRC Bookstore is a Black-owned bookstore that caters and promotes authors, Black authors that promote positive Black images. We have children's books, we have inspirational books, we have empowerment books, we have educational books. What does the Bible says about education, about knowledge? It says, "My people perish through lack of knowledge." So we are bringing knowledge onto our community by creating these platforms through the KRIC bookstore brand, and we have brought you It's in the Book because we believe that everything and anything can be found in the book. You just have to find the right book. So we have a author here. She's been with us before, and she has some very awesome, amazing things going on with her. I have the opportunity to see her on the different social media outlets, seeing the many beautiful things that she's doing, and she's going to talk about her new book. Now, she was here with us before with a previous book, or anthology that she was working with a beautiful young lady with, and she's coming back to talk about her new book and talk about her book tour, and she's doing amazing, awesome, amazing things. So make sure you stay tuned, as well as we have a review. So I'm just excited, and we're going to be talking about a few of the books that's in the bookstore. So without any further ado, we're going to move on to this thing. We're going to run a commercial, and we will be back with you shortly.
Here we go.
Commercials from our video creation department. They create these amazing action-packed videos for your business or your book that you have created, because you know you have some people out there that enjoy that good visualization. They gotta see in visual in order to be able to see what it's about, because we all learn in different ways. We got some people that learn by audio, some people learn by visual, and some people have to actually do the act in order to learn or in order to get excited about something. So we want to make sure that we be tap into all audiences when it comes down to those things. So if you need to get a video created, please get with us. We can help you create that video, as well as we can create a platform for it to be played on. So without any further ado, we're going to go ahead and shift this thing into talking to our author that we have on with us. I'm just so excited about the things that she is doing. I mean, I just get super excited when I see her with her tour. I'm like, yes, baby, get it, girl, get it. And so without any further ado, we're going to allow her to come upon this platform to be able to introduce herself as well as talk about her book that she has coming out in her book tour. So without any further ado, we're gonna open up this platform. We're gonna bring her on. Hey, hey, hey.
Hey,
How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing excellent, blessed and highly favored. God has been immensely good to me as always. So
Yes.
I'm gonna scoop myself out the way so you can talk about all the amazing things you have going on. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and move me out the way so she could come through and shine like the beautiful star that she is.
Okay. I'm thinking you were going to interview me, but that's great. Hi, everybody. My name is Shalicia Lachey Torber, and I am promoting my book, Lessons from an Angel, The Keys to Healthy Friendships. It's about my best friend. Her name was Angel Connor. And people always talk about their best friends, but I think that I have the best friend anybody could have. I had the best friend. And unfortunately, she was taken from us in 2020 in a domestic violence dispute. And I just I wanted people to remember her for who she was and not the way she was taken from us. So I wrote this book, Lessons from an Angel, The Keys to Healthy Friendship. And like Timmy said, I was on the show a couple weeks ago with a couple of my sisters who we wrote a book called I Am Queen. So in this book, I literally wrote about the trials and the test that I went through to write the book about my best friend. And during that journey, after she passed away, so many things happened in my own life. After she passed away, I was kind of angry, of course. I was lost, I was confused, but someone bought me a journal and was like, you need to write down your feelings. So I began to journal. I've always been a journaler. My mom is an avid journaler, and she always encouraged me to write in my journal growing up. So I began to journal and write stuff. And as I was writing certain things, I was like, wow, like Angel really was the best friend anybody could ever have. So I was talking to my neighbor one night and she was like, you ever thought about writing a book? And I was like, about what? Like, I didn't want to write about how she was taken from us, but I was like, I have been journaling, and I was like, the stuff that I've written about her, because I went through so much trauma in my thought process and in my mind, it was hard for me to remember certain things. So I couldn't really remember the good times we had. I couldn't remember experiences that we had. All I had was a bunch of pictures and memories to remember. So I would like lay up all night and look at all the memories we had. And when I started to like reminisce and recollect the things that we went through when we were here, when we were there, and how she showed up for me here in this place in Tampa or in Vegas or something like that, I was like, wow, I think other people could really learn from this. So probably a year and a half after she passed away, I started trying to organize my thoughts in my journal, organize them into a book. But I couldn't formalize it. I couldn't get it straight into a book. So as I was organizing them in the book, I just kind of just gave up on it. I say about a year, a year and a half, almost 2 years after she passed away, I had like, it was also during COVID. So I was home alone for the majority of the time for almost a year and a half. And I, I decided that I was going to, I had, after like a year and a half, I had like a kind of mental breakdown, like a nervous breakdown. And I went home to be with my parents. And one of my she's like a godmother to me. She used to take care of me and watch me when I was 2 and 3 years old. And she's an older praying woman. And she called my dad and she was like, I have a word for Shay. And I hadn't talked to this lady. Her name is Mother Tosin. I hadn't talked to Mother Tosin in years. And it was just God ordained because I don't live with my parents. I live in Washington, D.C., and my parents live in Alabama, and nobody knew that I had this breakdown and I went home. So she called my dad's cell phone and said, can I speak to Shay? And I was like, how does she know I'm even here? Like, that was just like really a divine appointment from God. And when I talked to her, she said, don't forget about that book. She said, God said, you need to write that book. And I was like, wow, like I hadn't even told anyone besides my neighbor that I was planning on writing a book or that I had thought about it. I hadn't really said much about it. But I had a dream one night and I seen Angel's face on the cover of a book. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna write this book. So I began again to try to like formalize writing a book, and there were so many things that happened after her death that kind of hindered me from being able to focus on the book. Um, so I wasn't really able to write it. So we were going back and forth to Oklahoma to court to try to the sentencing of the man who killed my best friend, and that was kind of in. It was a un, it was a I don't know how to explain it. It was something in my subconscious. Like I didn't really know that it affected me, but in hindsight, I realized that it really was affecting me because we would fly out to Oklahoma and court would get canceled, then we would have to come back. We would go back to Oklahoma and court again, so we had to come back, and we did that at least 4 times. So by the time they finally sentenced him, we went to court and they finally sentenced him to life in prison. I went back home. That was in April of 2022. I went back home and I wrote the book in about 3 weeks. I was able to formalize all the things that I was thinking, and I was able to finally get them together in a format that I was pleased with. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do like a chapter book or a workbook or a devotional. Like I had all these things in my mind, but after they sentenced him, I was just able to go ahead and just write the whole book. So it took me 3 or 4 weeks to get it and say, okay, this is a product that I like, and send it to a publisher. So around May 2022, I was able to submit the book finally and have like a product that I think I could send to a publisher and try to get it published. Um, it was an extreme healing process for me being able to write about our friendship, because I really I really wasn't able to express my feelings when she first passed away. I didn't do any, I didn't speak at the funeral. I wasn't able to express myself the way I wanted to. And when people pass away, often you're overcome by emotion. So it's kind of hard to say exactly how you feel in that moment or when something like that just happens. And being in the traumatic way that we lost Angel, it was just really difficult for me to express those feelings. So I was very happy to be able to finally get the book sent out to a publisher. When I finally sent it out, the book was supposed to come out in October 2022, which would have been Domestic Violence Awareness Month. I really wanted to come out then, but God put a hold to that. And I realize now why God put a stop on that, because there were many doors and things that I needed to close before I could successfully release this book and be able to talk about it. Even then, 6 months ago, it really wasn't something that I was very vocal about or that I was necessarily comfortable talking about. So I don't know how I was going to be able to release a book and not want to talk about it. So God took me through an intense transformation and healing around December, November 2022. And when I went through that, I realized immediately why God didn't have me to have the book out before then. There were so many things. I went to this prayer retreat in Wetumpka, Alabama. My spiritual mother, Melisha Owen, she throws this prayer retreat every year. It's November 10th through 12th. If you guys want to come this year, it's amazing. I went to the prayer retreat, and there were some things that got revealed to me during that prayer retreat. Basically, dealing with my grief and letting the pain go and not sitting in it. Not sitting in depression, not sitting in anxiety, not sitting in sorrow. And for the longest, after my best friend passed away, I was sorrowful. I was sad. I didn't eat. I lost like 30 pounds. It was just a journey for me. And even dealing with my emotions and my relationships with other people, it just was a lot for me to handle. So After God took me through that transformation, He began to kind of like drop all that dead weight of sorrow and depression off of me. And I know my best friend, anyone who knew Angel, knew that she wouldn't want me to live my life in sadness and regret. And I'm so grateful. As I share in the book, I'm just grateful that Angel knew how much I loved her. Like, me and her had a beautiful relationship that I really want people to read about, because I want people to mirror their relationships, not necessarily off of our relationship, but I want people to mirror their relationships off of what a godly relationship is. And I talk about that because Angel was the person who um, was, I feel, purposed for me. The same way God purposes husband and wife and people in marriages, I feel like God purposed Angel for my destiny. So I really wanted to share that part of our friendship with the world, because I just think that it was so beautiful. And because it was such a beautiful friendship, I I I know that I shouldn't sit in sorrow, because if I sit in sorrow, then the things that God has for me to do, the things that He wants to share with the world, won't get completed. So I just really decided that I was like, you know what, I'm just going to share her story. I'm going to get out here. I'm going to make sure people know what kind of friend they should be. People value their friendships, because I think other people do undervalue friendships, because people are so focused on the relationship, the romantic relationships. People kind of neglect platonic relationships and friendships with same-sex friendships or friendships with other people in their lives. And my whole life, not just with Angel, friends have been very important to me. I grew up in a military family, and we moved often. We moved from every 3 years we were moving somewhere. And I've lived in a lot of different places, and I met a lot of different people. And being in the military, you're away from your family. So you learn to make those friends that you meet your family. So a lot of the people that I have in my life, the friends that I have in my life, are like family to me. They are very important people to me. And I just wanted to let people know that, because I've met a lot of people, even since I moved to DC, who are like, ew, why do you need friends? Or they don't treat people right, or they just find that people always want something from you. And that is true. A lot of people do just want something from you, but you have to have the discernment. And I have very good discernment. And I mean, I pray and I make sure that I don't let nobody close to me who's not meant to be for me. And everyone serves a purpose in your life. Sometimes you have friends that are here for a season. Sometimes you have friends that are here for life, but I know all of my friends in my life serve a purpose for me, and all of my friends in my life understand why they're my friends. So I just wanted to share those things with the world, because I think friendships are very important. Tammy, I see you came back.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Well, thank you so much for sharing that with us, and thank you so much for sharing your relationship with your friend Angel. We talked about this before. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
times, um, when you're going through different things, you it's hard to remember the good times. You so wrapped up and focused about what the deed was, what how you lost her, and so forth. And because what you did was not only a healing process for you, but healing process for her son. We
Mm-hmm.
talked about this,
Mm-hmm.
that this is something that he can actually use and hold close and dear to his heart. And as he matures and he grows and so forth, this book will mean different things for him. This will mean healing for him. This will, give him those good memories, unfortunately, living in a household, seeing your mother being mistreated and so forth, that can cause different things with
Mm-hmm.
our men, anger and resentment, and a lot of times we have a tendency to repeat the things that we see even when they're negative. But he has, this gives him more of a fighting chance to be able to heal and um uh, become that man that God has put on him this earth to be.
Mm-hmm.
So and then I also want to say you're looking so pretty.
Thank you.
I'm just loving it. I'm loving what you do.
Thank
Um,
you.
and I know you have the different tours that you're doing. I'm seeing you traveling to DC and the
Mhm.
various different places. So if you are in them, please make sure you follow her. If you're in those areas, please make sure you make it your business to come out and meet her and meet this beautiful soul and allow yourself to meet Angel through her book and so
Mhm.
forth. And I know you mentioned about being a part of in the military and so forth and with having friends sometimes that can almost give you a um, uh, unstableness in some sense because you're moving from place to place and sometimes when we're knowing that okay we can get up and move at any given time it makes it hard to make friends and the fact is that you found this friend
Right.
um, that that was special to you and that was able to bring a light to your life and you're able to share this light with the world. I definitely wish you all the best of luck with everything. And tell us how, even if you're not in the area, tell us how they can actually purchase your book.
Okay, so the book is up on Amazon. It's it should be in Barnes and Noble and other retailers like Target and Walmart soon if it's not already. I haven't checked in the last couple of days, but it is on Amazon and it's called Lessons from an Angel. And you could just type that title into Google and you will see the book and you'll also see the Eventbrite date. So I'll be in Atlanta on June 30th. And then July 1st, I'll be in Auburn, Alabama, which is Opelika. And then July 2nd, I will be in Huntsville, Alabama. And then there's following dates on there for Dallas and Cleveland, Ohio. But if you just type the title of the book in Eventbrite, it'll come up, and the book will come up also on Amazon.
Awesome, awesome. I definitely look forward to seeing the many more things that you have going on and how you're flourishing in your own right with what you're doing. Um, so, let's see what we have here next. I want to read the comments off. That's what I want to do.
Okay.
Now I do apologize. Some when people are making comments and it's coming through StreamYard, it comes up as Facebook user. So please forgive me for not able to acknowledge you in your comment. Okay, let's see. We have a clap for you. Then we have a hey queen, and then somebody says hi everyone. And then Swag Her, which is one of our retail partners,
Hmm.
said, please share like the broadcast.
Okay.
All right. And it says, God is good to give you hugs.
Hugs.
And then Miss Portia, which is your one of your
Hey,
anthology
Portia.
co-author partners. This says, this is great, Queen. And then it says, thanks for sharing the story about you and your friend's relationship. Tammy is my best friend, and I can imagine how the book I wrote about her will be. I don't know who that is, but thank you.
That's your best friend.
Okay, Atlanta, where? Okay, they want to know where you will be, and what I want to do is be able to post that there. So if you send that, if you let us know where you're going to be in Atlanta, as well as send it over to me. I will make sure I get it on the broadcast.
Okay.
Okay. And Miss Portia said, that is great. And then we have some heart, and then somebody says, I'm proud of you. And then Miss Portia says, hey. So definitely thank you so much for coming on. And what I want to do is do you have final thoughts for
Final thoughts. I just, uh, I think that everyone should cherish the relationships that are around you, and you never know when your last day is. The Bible says no man knows the day nor the hour. So it's important to make sure you have those things right before anything like this happened. Because the thing that's been carrying me since Angel has passed away is that we were in great standing. She knew I loved her. She knew I loved her. She loved me, and we were praying together. We had a great relationship together when she passed away. So that's been the one thing that's been holding me over, because it sounds cliche when people say that to live right so that you could see your family members and stuff again, but that is honestly the truth, and that's what keeps me in my right mind and helps me to stay right, so that one day I know I will see her again. Because when you live in the Lord, you never really die. You will see your loved ones again. So make sure that you are cognizant when you want to be reckless in your friendships and relationships, even with your parents and stuff. You never know when things can take a turn for the left. So never take people for granted, because we often tend to take people that are closest to us for granted, because we think that they're never going to leave us and that we'll always have time to make it up. But tomorrow is not promised.
Awesome, 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 awesome word. And it's so true. And you basically said a mouthful. You never know the day, know the hour. Treat people right. And so often you see people. I've seen funerals where people are doing this, snatching people out the casket because they didn't do something right. So it's
Yeah.
so important and so imperative to do right by people.
Yeah.
So
You don't want to
thank you so much
remember.
for getting on with me. I definitely okay. I've acknowledged my sister friend forever, Miss Monique. So all right, all right. What we
Hey, y'all. We can't hear you, Tammy. Tammy, we can't hear you. She's saying a mouthful too. I guess the gesture as well.
YMRE Media.
Nordic Shire Productions. J Boo the Heartbreaker. It's nothing like working out with your friends in J Boo the Heartbreaker apparel. You can go to the gym, have fun, relax, and all of this versatile apparel. Even when you get a little bit too sweaty, you can feel sexy. J Boo the Heartbreaker apparel can take you everywhere. Business meetings or just drinks with your friends. And fellas, J Boo the Heartbreaker did not forget about you. You can look dope in all this apparel. Don't forget to shop today. Make sure you check out www.jboo.com.
If that wasn't enough, check out this merch.
Hey. Thank you, Tammy, for having me on. I really and truly appreciate it. I just tried to leave. I just put the link for the Eventbrite in the comment section. For those of you who asked where I was going to be in Atlanta, I tried to drop it in there. I'm not sure if it went, but y'all can check and let me know if it's in there. Yes, it is in there. Okay, thank you. I pray that this book will bless you guys and that it will certainly help you in your friendships. There's options, there's ways, there's things in the book that will help you to be able to reevaluate your own friendships, reevaluate how you behave in your friendships. And the goal is, when Angel passed away, I started a nonprofit called Queen of Business. And in Queen of Business, we do vision boards. So the goal is to do vision boards along with your friends so that you guys can all be a part of the new year that you're praying for and the new year that you're planning on bringing in. So I hope you guys enjoy the
All
book.
right, all right. I'm back, you guys. I do apologize. All right. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Okay. All righty. Good deal. Okay, here is your link. It's going to actually be wherever you're listening from. I'm going to make sure I put it in there. So if you're in the Atlanta, Georgia area, please make sure you go ahead and get your ticket and come on out and support her and get an opportunity to meet her face to face. We're so big on virtual and so forth, but you cannot substitute meeting the person in person. So please make sure you go ahead and get your ticket today. All right. Well, I want to thank you so much for getting on with us. I know you're a busy, busy woman. I'm definitely going to keep my eye out. So whenever you're in the area where I'm at, if you get an opportunity to come in the Texas area, Houston area, definitely please let me know. I would love to come out and support as well and share the event as well.
Thank you.
All
I will
right. Thank you
definitely
so
do
much.
it.
You have a very, very blessed.
You too. Thank you for having me on the show.
You're welcome. All right, you guys. I do apologize for the look. For the little minor little hiccup, but we got it fixed. We got it fixed quick, fast, in a hurry. I'm kind of good at this thing. When things go awry, I know the boom. Make sure you make that happen. So we're gonna play another commercial, and then we're gonna come back with a review from Miss Vaughn. This is the book we're gonna be talking about. We're gonna be reviewing today. So without any further ado, we're going to roll off into this commercial and I will be back shortly. It's going to be a really, really quick commercial.
After looking at this, I know what you need. You need a taste of love. And be sure to follow up with Dr. Love at www.atasteoflove.love. After all, I am the only doctor who prescribes wine.
Hello, everybody. My name is Tammy L. Martin, and I am your host for the It's in a Book show. And we try to bring reviews from various authors to you to be to give you just a snippet of a book. Us book lovers that would be out there shopping for books and so forth, and we just want to know what a book is about before we pick it up. So this particular book that I'm bringing in front of you is called Free to Be Thee. This is from Miss Waterfall Adams. And I want to just read a couple points out here to kind of give you an idea of what she writes about. And I love how authentic she is when she writes, how genuine she is when she writes, whether she's writing about herself or writing about things that she's seeing in the world, writing about events or what have you. She writes in an authentic way. One of the poems I want to read to you is called Hair of Youth. Get a haircut, they say. Too inappropriate, they say. Too disdain, they say. Even be against the law of lands, because they can symbolize rebellion. But hey, that has to be said about my greatest grandparents' process, my booming parents' natural, my stepmother and cousins' ex hip hop faves and rat tails, and my Y micro braids and man's buns. All right, that's one poem. And one of her other poems that is in here, I'm gonna read about a poem called Queen. Throughout history, people thought that she was a goddess on earth. I have been known for my beauty, my style, my grace, my class. I have been known for being the hostess of the nation. Sometimes a queen will have to become a king, even if it means she would have to get off her throne and fight. Besides, in a game of chess, she moves where she wants. And let me learn more. All right, this is one of my favorite ones from her. It says, Angry Black Woman. Yes, I'm angry. Yes, I'm mad. Yes, I'm pissed off. Sometimes somebody call the police. This Black woman has lost her mind. But here's why. I'm angry because my kids got sold. I'm mad because I'm on the bottom of the totem pole. I'm pissed off because the police killed my husband. Whenever a white woman is angry, people listen. But whenever a Black woman gets angry, it's a stereotype. The thing is that the Black woman has been through too much. She has lost her humanity and her sanity. And that's the last one I'm going to read out there. Make sure you get this book, Free to Be V, by Miss Waterfall Adams. It can be found on Amazon, or if you're not able to find it on Amazon, please reach out to a KRC bookstore and we will make sure we get this book in your hand. Remember, hashtag books are great and hashtag books are great gifts. Meaning, if you're not getting a book for yourself, get it for a gift. Father's Day is coming up. Mother's Day just passed. You have 4th of July. You got the graduates. We have birthdays coming up every single day. Books are great gifts. Thank you so much for watching. Be blessed. Bye-bye. All right. Thank you for watching that. Now our next shout out would be from Miss Fiona Robinson Moody. She has a new banking system that is changing the world of banking, one swipe at a time. Ask for more information about how this card can help you double your money. It is called the Transact card. So I know you're seeing all these different prepaid cards and so forth, but they definitely have all their own benefits, and it's something that can help you double your money. Reach out to us so we can get you over to that person, so we can you can ask more questions about how it can double your money. Miss Fiona Fiona Robinson Mooney. Um, get your card today. So. All right, Amy. Without any further ado, we're gonna just tell you real quick about the events that we have coming up, and then we're gonna go ahead and close this thing out, you guys. All righty. Our event, which is about 50 days from now, we're gonna have our It's in a Book award. It's in a Book Awards is an event that we're gonna be doing every single year. It started out last year. I did it for my birthday for July 30th. My birthday falls on a Saturday, Sunday, so we're going to do it July 29th. It's going to be in the Houston, Texas area. The physical address is 9934 Jones Road. That's in Suite A. That's in Houston, Texas. We have vendor opportunities. We have advertisement opportunities. We also have sponsor banner opportunities where you can get your very own logo on our banner for when we have Mr. Archie J. Jenkins come out. He's going to be our MC, and he's going to be welcoming you onto the red carpet. And we're going to have a banner up there. So don't miss out on getting your logo being recognized and being edged into the history of KRC awards, as well as being shouted out on our different platforms. We're going to be doing a press release very, very soon. We're going to be giving out some awards. We're going through our nominees as we speak. If you know of anybody that is in the writing world, or they're writing themselves, or they're editor, formatting, ghostwriter, or their book coach, or their publisher, we want to recognize them in everything that they do. We want to recognize them because they're helping celebrate Black literature to make these things come to fruition. You have an author that wants to write a book, want to have a book published. There's so many different moving parts to these things, and there's so many very professional people that are in this particular area that is their area of expertise, and we want to recognize them for what they're doing. So, um, then, which is still in the planning, we're going to be doing an event in the Louisiana area in the November um, time, and as well as the award show will be virtual as well. So we have our host, Mr. Keelan Robinson, who will be hosting that particular platform, as well as we have advertisement opportunities for that. But please stay tuned for the next event after that. But right now we're going to be focused on this award event. We're super excited about it. And we just want to encourage those authors and those formatters, editors, and all those different people that play those major roles in, helping a book come to fruition to celebrate Black literature. We want to commend them for what they're doing, because a lot of times when you're doing this stuff, and it doesn't matter if you're a big time author or what they would consider a big time author, or if you're what they would consider a small time author, the work still does not be any more light than what it would be whether you big time or you are considered small time. It's a lot of work to go in that. And a lot of times they don't get the proper recognition for what they're doing. And that's what we want to do here at KRC Bookstore. We want to commend them, and we want to let them know that it is in the book. It doesn't, no matter what you're looking for, um, whatever you need and desiring and hoping for can be found in the book. You just have to find the right book. So without any further ado, we're gonna go ahead and close this thing out. And we just again want to thank everybody for your support. Thank you for those who take a moment out, whether you're watching us for 5 seconds and sharing, or you watching throughout the entirety of the show and sharing. We just want to thank you because we do not take you for granted. If you're there, please make sure if you're watching the replay, please hashtag replay. Let us know that you're there. And we just want to tell you thank you. We want to shout you out. Thank you. Thank you, Monique Golden, for watching. Thank you, Miss uh, uh, Salisha, for being on this. That was her second time being on with us. Thank you so much, Miss Waterford Adams, for giving us an opportunity to review your book, and all those who have been on with us in the past. We've been here a little over a year, still going strong, still pushing, still going, still trucking, and still jumping in them inboxes and jumping on those texts and letting people know what we're doing and promoting. And just thank you for all who, no matter how big or consider how small what you're doing, we want to thank you for what you're doing. We have a couple comments. We want to shout out those comments. Oh, this is she. Good evening, sis. She's actually one of the authors that is part of um, the KRC bookstore. She is in the bookstore as well. She's doing some wonderful, amazing things up there in New York. Please make sure you go and find her on Facebook if you're in the New York area. Um, Support her and what she's doing, as well as you can get one of her two books or both of her books on the website www.krcbookstore.com. And she says she's loving it. And we love you too, and we love what you're doing. And thank you so much for your support. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So, without any further ado, we're going to shut this thing down. We'll be back here, same time, same place. Next Friday, we'll be here at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time, doing this thing, rocking this thing out. Loving what we're doing, loving the people that we're coming across with, loving the people that is supporting us. Much love to you all. Without further ado, I'll see you next week. Bye bye.